I thought I'd also just mention we've opened up a Theist Helpline, so it's kind of like the equivalent of Atheist Helpline. So if any theists
Yeah.
want to
Yeah,
try to
yeah,
defend,
you guys get to get real original instead of copying me. Okay.
we did
So
blatantly copy it,
why
but
would
it's a,
you why
yeah.
did you why would you set up a theist hotline? Why do we theists? Do you mean theist or do you mean a Christian helpline?
No, just theist generally.
Well, why? Why do theists need help?
It just seemed like a good parallel to the Atheist Helpline.
So you're just doing a parody of what I do.
Well, it's to let so like you kind of do the pre-sub thing, and then Angstrike is kind of like your nemesis. So we built like an equivalent channel for Angstrike. So it's kind of like dark versus light, like some
First
force
of
shit.
all, first of all, that's an apples and orange comparison, okay? Because number one, regardless of how people disagree with me, I don't engage in sophism. I do not engage in deliberate verbal tactics to try to mislead, misdirect, and deceive people, which is exactly what he does. And I'm sure you're well aware of that, aren't you? Okay.
The
Did you see his last encounter with JF?
Yeah, I was there. That was in my server.
Right.
I
Okay.
recorded
Good.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right. Now, does that when JF asked him to explain, give a definition, and he refused to do it, is that somebody who's being transparent or somebody who's being deceptive?
Oh well, I think that he was being transparent. Do you want my account of why?
Okay, you're terrible. By the way, I think what you're doing is just simply a farce because not only is he a sophist. Okay. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay. Now you're doing a parody of the Atheist Helpline, and you're is Angstrike one of your resident atheist apologists, like I am here?
Hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
yes, of course.
Okay. Could you tell me what is his worldview?
I don't know exactly how you mean that.
Well, when people come in here and when I go onto other servers, including yourselves, am I not absolutely not only transparent, I'm abundantly clear. And every time I'm on, I explain explicitly and in detail what my worldview is.
Sorry, is there a question there? I didn't catch it.
Do I explicitly detail my worldview and I use my worldview as a foil in my apologetics?
Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by worldview, but if you
Yeah.
mean like
Okay.
you're clear about what you
Isaac,
believe, I think
If
so.
you're gonna listen to me, if you're gonna jerk me around because you're far too intelligent to do that, we're gonna be done with you really quick. Because I don't care who anybody is. You start to jerk me around, all right, and not don't give me honest answers, then we're gonna be done with you. Now, do I every single day, okay, when I'm on discussing people, am I not explicit and go into great specificity of my worldview? And I use my worldview as a polemic to trounce atheism. Do I do that?
Darth, I mean, you're putting me in a weird
Okay.
position. I want to answer,
Okay.
but
Listen,
I just need to be clear
it's
about
a simple question. Do you have an answer to that question, Isaac? Because if you
when you
don't,
tell me what
we're
worldview
done.
mean. Yes, I do.
Okay,
Just tell me
bye
what you
bye.
mean by world.
Get out of here. You're a little troll. Okay. I asked you a legitimate question. Okay. Now you say, oh, what is your worldview? Who has an open mic?
I
Okay, you're muted. Okay. I ask you a simple question. Am I not explicit about my worldview and use it as a polemic to debate against atheism? Okay. Give you one more chance. Okay. Show you I'm not a hard-hearted guy. Am I explicit about my worldview and use it as a polemic in debating against atheism?
Given that worldview refers to a set of propositions you believe, probably.
I'm just dumbfounded at your disingenuousness. Am I explicit about my worldview on here?
Do you mean the propositions you believe, Darth? If so,
bye. Get out of here. Unbelievable. It never ceases to amaze me the duplicity, the deception of atheists. They just cannot. They're just pathological liars. Okay. Now, the point is simply this: for you to say that you are doing a parody of my room and you're setting up Angstrike as one of your atheist apologists, there's no comparison. To my recollection, and I've talked with other people, he has yet to definitively defend specifically what his model of reality is and what its ultimacy is, and uses that as a foil for an apologetic for atheism. Okay? So there's no comparison there. Okay? Now, since we have a full room of atheists, we have an unusual number of people here. We have 85 people in the room. And I'm sure that we have a disproportionate number of atheists in the room. Do we have any atheist in the room who has the courage of their belief, who wants to defend their atheism?
I have a question, Darth. Can I ask
Okay,
a question?
you can wait. We
Okay.
have 85 people in here, and I'm sure that we have a couple of dozen atheists in this room who are here to watch the fireworks, okay? Since Isaac doesn't want to be transparent and truthful with me, okay, he's not going to talk. I asked him a simple question, right? And he refuses to do so. So we're going to move on. Now, do we have any atheists in the room? We have 85 people. Any atheists in here who want to defend their atheism? Okay, I'll wait.
1 hour later.
But we had 85 people in here. And many of the people that came in here were given advance notice that I was going to be, put under the spotlight so they could have AV, say, haha, you were wrong about the death count. And then so they could immediately upload it to YouTube, right? So after we got done with that little charade, I asked, good, do we have any atheists in here? And not one intelligent atheist would speak up, not one. We had 2 people speak up, but they were morons, okay? Not one intelligent atheist. Now, if you go over to the Ask Yourself server right now and you look at it, they have 40 people in the Theist Helpline, okay? These people have no originality. They have to rip off my ideas, okay? Are any of them going to articulate and defend a model of reality? Ask yourself that question. No pun intended. Are the atheist apologists on the Theist Helpline, are they going to defend their model of reality? Because if you don't have a model of reality, then how are you going to debate against anything else?
Apparently, their only reality is veganism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to be prevalent among
Don't hurt the cows, okay?
Hmm.
But you know what? It's open season on unborn babies.
Right.
Okay? Do you know when they would care? Listen, maybe they would care is if the abortion doctors took the dead babies that they're killing and ground them up as ground meat and sold it in the supermarket. Maybe the vegans would then care.
Huh.